Yo, brother, it's time for us to start talking the real, man. We've been sugarcoating too much. We've got to start calling everything out for what it is.
Hey guys, I'm here with my Lynx. Loving this wheel. Getting close to 1,000 miles on it. I have to do a updated review, but no real problems with it. And this video is a follow-up and maybe a safety notice regarding this. Maybe a week ago, not too long ago, I took the Lynx out on a ride, and I posted a video on this. I'll put a link up here. It was kind of a long errand ride. It was going to be like 40 miles, and the night before I plugged in the charger. It turned, the charger was green, plugged it in, turned red. I left. I wasn't sure if if the wheel had been fully charged, and I came back, I don't know, 15 minutes later or something, and the green light was on. I guess the wheel was charged, so I unplugged it and went about my business. The next day I turned on the wheel, and it was my mistake. I didn't look at the display or anything. The wheel's charged, and I'm just going to do my errand, right? And of course I ran out of battery in the ride. And it turned out that the charger had gone bad. It's the first time I'd ever had a charger go bad in that way. Because you plug in these newer chargers, and they're green. You plug them in, they a little bit, then they turn red. They start charging, and then they turn green when it's fully charged. And this had the looks of doing all that. So anyway, riding home, all of a sudden I started hearing the low battery beeps. I thought, oh, what's going on? And I saw I was just really low on battery. I kept riding. I've ridden this wheel, I've done the full range test where I've ridden it down to total empty, pedals tilting back. So I knew I could ride fairly fast. I was riding 20 miles an hour probably, even with the low battery beeps. Waiting for the tilt backs to start kicking in. I knew I was going to have to call my wife to pick me up. Well, all of a sudden, I started hearing this beep, 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 really rapid beeping. I looked down, immediately I just slowed down really quick, got off the wheel, and very shortly after that, little message popped up, low bat, on the display, and the wheel turned off. It didn't turn on again until I recharged the wheel at home. That was very unusual. I'd never seen that before. And that's where I discovered my charger was bad. And by the way, Veteran's sending me a new charger. So thank you, Lynx, if you happen to see this. So I'm all set on the stock charger. But what concerned me was this rapid turn off of the wheel. There's these beeps, and then the fact it turned off, and I never experienced any tilt back. So I reached out to Lynx at Veteran, Leaper Chem, and told her this experience, and I was concerned that, first of all, what happened, and I was really concerned that there was zero tilt back, because if I didn't hear that beeping or just continued riding through it because I was expecting a tilt back before I had to worry about getting off the wheel, I could have face planted at 20 miles an hour, and obviously other people too who have the Lynx. Now I don't normally ride down that low in battery, but just like what happened last week, I wasn't anticipating it, but I got a few extra miles in that distance, so I appreciated having that low battery capability. So I tried to provide them logs, and weren't able to download the logs from the wheel. Could only send them a history of the logs. I still don't know how you can actually download the logs from the file from the wheel. Anyway, they went off, and Lynx got back to me a couple days ago and said that they were able to confirm this behavior. And let me give you a little, I got to translate a little bit here, but so normally the tilt back, when you have low voltage mode enabled, tilt back occurs at 104 volts thereabouts to get you off the wheel. And I think about 108 volts you still might start getting some low battery tilt back going on. But this is what my air condition happened is the 104 volts roughly is equivalent to 2.9 volts per cell.
Excuse me.
2.9 volts per cell, right? While they have, if they measure any one of the cells below 2.85 volts, they go into this error mode. And basically what happens is it goes into rapid beeping for 13 seconds and then the wheel turns off. So they confirm that. So they're making, they have made some changes. I would encourage you to download today's March 1st. The new firmware was released yesterday, Thursday, and they've modified the behavior so that if it gets to this 2.85 volts again, you still get the rapid beeping, but let's see, yeah, you get the rapid beeping, you get the BT low message in the display, and now you get tilt back for 10 seconds. Then it turns off. So I feel pretty safe now. So basically, if you're riding in low battery mode, you know, definitely get this update. But if you start hearing normal low battery beeps, you don't have to worry about getting off the wheel. But if you hear a rapid beep, 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 yeah, and the tilt back, you know, don't continue riding, just get off the wheel. And they have also slightly increased the low voltage now, you know, kind of unfortunately, because I do like super long range wheels, but now instead of 104 volts, it's 106 volts. They're just giving themselves a little more margin. Instead of 2.9 volts per cell, they're going to limit you to 2.95. I think that's good. I think actually it's only twice now in practical terms, I've hit the low battery beep. So get the latest firmware, the release notes. It's version 5.07, and there's just two messages. One has to do with the low battery condition I'm talking about, and the other one is optimize the sense of continuous ladder riding. I have no idea what that means. Tell me in the comments below if you happen to know anything more about that. Well, as you can see, we're getting a storm coming in here in Southern California. This is our rainy season. You know, basically February, March, typically when we get the rain we do get. And we've been getting rain this year, which is good. But yeah, it's Friday, so it's going to be raining tomorrow, Saturday. So I'm trying to get this video in. Otherwise, it's pretty cool. I grew up in Chicago area, so I do kind of miss the rainstorms, that kind of stuff. So I do enjoy that when that comes through. But I also wanted to mention that I don't know if this change was part of this. What I'm going to mention is part of this update. I don't know, but I'll post insert a little video here. Okay, that's where I did a lift test on the wheel after I did the firmware update, because there had been some questions. Hey, are they updating the top speed? So the lift speed now is 87 miles per hour, and there's been two people messaged me that have said they're still only seeing 80, I think 82 or 83 miles per hour. And by the way, that video, it was slightly less than 87, but that's because I already did the lift test a few times, so it went down by 0.2 miles per hour. Yeah, I don't. Kind of interesting that I'm getting. I'm seeing 87 and others are not. Let me know what you're seeing if you do, or not if, but when you do this update, do the update. So that's it, guys. Enjoying the Lynx, and once again, thank you, Lene, LeaperCam veteran, for providing continuous support for this wheel. It's a great wheel, and hope that you found this video useful, guys. And until next time, safe riding.